The BR33 Volley Rifle might be the most versatile weapon in Marathon, and that kind of sounds boring when you call a weapon versatile. Because usually when you call a weapon that, you're saying it's fine or okay at everything, great at nothing, but the BR is different. If you're crushing it with the Volley right now, I'm going to show you some things that's going to take your primary game even further. It's the little things about weapons. When you notice them and play to them, they can become oppressive and lethal. As always, I'm going to talk about base stats, attachments, TTKs, the gold mod, and more. And there's going to be a lot of gold mod gameplay in this video. It's going to be from the hip. I'm going to show you some tricks with the gold mod that's going to take your game up a notch. And the gold mod is so far my favorite mod in the game. And it might sound crazy to say that I actually believe it's the best overall mod in Marathon. Now, there is a difference. The Bully Rodeo Mag, the Mr. Rise Full Auto Selector mod, technically might be the most lethal mods, but the BR Volley is the best overall, with what you can do with it, what it does, how versatile the weapon is. It's crazy. Once you know the sauce under the hood that Bungie's giving it, we got a long video today. So getting a little ahead of myself, let's first start with the base stats. And to be up front, it is what it is. We're going to call it what it is. It's the battle rifle from Halo. Semi-automatic 3-round burst. It uses light rounds, base 27-round magazine, 48-meter range. On paper, it looks like a safe mid-range weapon, but it can do a lot more than that. The base damage is 14.8 per bullet, 1.4 precision multiplier, making each headshot deal 20.7. So a burst to the body is 44.4 damage, a burst to the head is 62.1. Since every trigger pull sends 3 rounds, a clean burst matters a ton. If you land body shots, you're applying steady pressure. If you start mixing in headshots, the lethality goes up with that. So the first thing, the main tip for the battle rifle, you don't just fire it. Here's the base recoil. I do have a scope, but no other attachments. This is just shooting it. The recoil is jumping. Bullet 1 goes on point where you're aiming, then bullet 2, then bullet 3, boom, boom, boom. One after the other, the recoil rises. For the most part, it will be straight up and down, but there is some variance. Some of the bursts do have a little hook to the left, and we're going to get into stability in a moment because adding stability will make the bullets group tighter. They won't be as far away from one another. They'll stack on top of each other better. That means you can land more headshots, so adding stability is a good thing. We'll get into it. But the main thing you need to be doing, not should be doing, you need to start doing it right now. You need to direct bullets 2 and 3. As soon as you fire, do a small micro flick down, a little down pressure. It's like a cadence. You click fire, immediately have small down pressure, then reacquire your target because you can guide those 2 bullets. It's like a frame, then another frame. So you're shooting bullet 1 and you're basically placing bullets 2 and 3. And this again is with base recoil. Look what you can do with the bullet spread. You can dot someone up. Your precision, and especially enemies at range. Like if you're 40 meters away and land that first bullet on someone's head, if you just let it fire, the first bullet's going to land, but the second one might, and the third one's just going to fly off. So be guiding them. Every single burst that you do, little down pressure while firing. Do a little flick down micro adjustment, reacquire the target, because you can group all of them, and all those can land on the face. That's what your goal is. That's what you want to master. And this is just the base recoil. You add stability, a ton easier, it gets way better. So let's move on. Accuracy-wise, it has a 2.2 degree spread angle when firing from the hip, but the BR is kind of weird. As you fire from the hip, this circle is your aim assist cone, and then we have these lines on the outside that form a plus sign. This is your accuracy. Now, if it was a full auto weapon, like a hip-fire machine gun, M77, the bullets can spray anywhere within that cone, but with the BR, it's a little bit different because it's going to pick a point inside that accuracy cone, and then it's going to start doing its spread. Long story short, it's really accurate even with this 2.2 degree angle. The space is kind of wide of where the bullet's going to start, but then it's going to do the burst, making it overall pretty accurate. The aim assist cone is 1.61 degrees. The ADS accuracy cone is 0.96. Again, massive aim assist for the weapons of Marathon, no different for the BR. Your aim assist cone is way larger than your ADS cone. Your aim assist is going to point that accuracy cone in a certain direction towards the target. It's going to steer it, kind of like a vacuum. More on this in a bit. Again, long story short, very good on the battle rifle, these 2 stats. Crouch spread bonus is going to be good if you get the stat up some way, somehow. Doesn't really help the spread. It helps a tad, it will help at range, it will make you more accurate, but not as good as some of the weapons like the twin tab. The moving and accuracy is great. There's barely any deviation while strafing and firing. Pretty much little to no penalty. You can confidently just strafe, fire, it's going to be accurate. This is all a base. Handling wise, ADS speed 0.4 seconds, great. Decent weight for the equipped speed. The recoil is 81.3%, which we went over. You can bypass that as long as you start directing and controlling the recoil. But if you do get the stat up, You don't have to compensate as much, and it's even better. The shots will naturally group better. You're just going to place them better, if that makes sense. One on top of the other. It's got a slow reload, so we want to get that up if we can. It's 3 seconds. For the attachment straight up, I think that this is one of the more personal weapons in the game. You can, for the most part, slot best available and what you personally like. Use what you want. Like for me, in the chip, I have 2 favorites. No particular order. 1, bits per second, and for the BR, it's a perfect match. You land shots to the head, the weapon gets more stable, so the grouping tightens, and it helps that 3-second reload stat. The second one is trigger discipline. It is very good on the BR. It's already super accurate. It grants increased accuracy for the first few rounds of a trigger pull. It's semi-auto, so it's going to be up a lot, and this is really good for the gold mod. With the mag and barrel, I think all of them are great, really. The better the rarity, the better the stats added to them. And what makes pretty much anything work is what we talked about at the beginning, of how you can compensate that recoil. And when you add stability, you're tightening the group. When you add range, you're sending out damage. When you're maxing aim assist, you're making it easier. Like, all of these work. So for the mag, we have the HCAP mag. The purple one gets it to 81 rounds. That's 27 bursts. If you get good at controlling the recoil, it's definitely an option. The feather mag ups mag size, reload speed. The stabilizing mag increases mag size and stability. Just the blue one gets the recoil stat to 51%. Some of the barrels, all of them are goated, really. It makes different aspects of the BR more enhanced. My favorite is the true shot. The purple grants greatly increased aim assist and stability. The stability stat goes to 48.4. The aim assist cone gets over a degree help. So the whole cone goes to 2.64 degrees. That's huge. Like, play the game for you, huge. The steady barrel, a blue one gets you to 41% recoil. You stack on the steady mag, you're at 30% recoil. The far shot barrel gets it out to 80 meters. As long as you can control that burst and guide it, it's going to work well. Maybe do a far shot for 80 meters. The cap magazine for 27 bursts, just let it rip. It also helps ADS accuracy, narrows that cone. The ADS cone gets down to 0.77 degrees. All of these are good. It just enhances the BR's different ways because it already has great base stats. And what's cool, once you get to the optics, it ties it all in because all the optics are going to help key stats to help the stats that you want from what you highlighted, whether it be stability, aim assist, whatever. Like the rangefinder optic gets the ADS cone smaller. The moving and accuracy gets down to 7.3%, and that's basically no penalty, 1-to-1. You can strafe freely and shoot. It's going to be super accurate. Cold vigilance, ADS speed help, ADS spread help, even a high zoom optic, like to go with the far shot barrel, the 80 range with all this zoom. Then of course, thermals. All are great. The base stats are so good, all the combos work. It's going to be preference. Just remember, you need to start getting down guiding the burst, placing shots 2 and 3. My personal favorite setup is a rangefinder sight, stabilizing mag, true shot barrel. This example, all blues aside from the purple true shot, 2.64 degree aim assist cone, 0.82 ADS cone, 7.3 degree moving and accuracy penalty, 33% recoil. It's a monster. And all these stats can get a little bit better if I have a purple scope, a purple magazine, the chip, trigger discipline, or bits per second. Then we get into the gold mod, and I hope you guys stuck around. I mean, I know it's YouTube. I try to respect your guys' time. At the start of the video, I called it the best mod of the game, and I want to show you what it does, what you can do with it, and how you should be using with it to take your game to a whole nother level, to show you what you should be looking for. The lockout muzzle brake suppresses fire, increases movement speed, both important. The gold mod trait is that when firing from the hip, the weapon has greatly increased accuracy, stability, and range. Just this attachment gets the hip fire spread angle down 1.8 degrees. So the spread angle from the hip is 0.40, meaning it's incredibly accurate. And where you're aiming is where it's going pretty much. Almost 1-to-1. The weight is important, only 10%, how much equipping it slows you down. The other thing hidden is range and adds stability. Range-wise, the hip fire goes to about 50 meters, which is insane. I'm going to dig into the details in a moment, but it's pretty much 1-to-1 of the base aim down sights range, 48 meters. And there's an easy way to tell that in a moment. It's suppressed. The second trait is added stability when firing from the hip. Look at how insane this is. The difference between the burst when ADS, then firing from the hip. This absolutely can and will dot enemies up. When you're using this mod, unless they're like 100 meters away, there is zero reason to aim down sights. You should never be aiming down sights. And sometimes in the gameplay, I do like a quick thing because it's difficult not to aim down sights. It's what you've been doing the whole time. You're hurting yourself, and it's doing you a big disservice to ADS with it. So that's just the base gold mod. Now let's start working with it. The first thing that you need to do is max your agility stat. 90, preferably 100. This increases your movement speed and jump height. You're going to be in hip fire, meaning that you're walking, firing from the hip. You want this stat to be high so you can strafe fast. The second thing, if not, bring cardio kicks. They're great to have. It increases the heat capacity and agility stats. So if you're not at 100, it will make you at 100, and all your movements, whether it be a vandal slide, whatever it is, doesn't take that much heat, so you can do more. Stack up on cardio kicks, get the agility max. Now, when you're aiming with this thing, this is without the gold mod. See how the reticle is red. When the reticle is red, you have the maximum strength of aim assist to the hip fire range. Then when an enemy is out of this range, the red goes away. There's still a little bit of aim assist, but the max strength is gone. So know that when the reticle is red, the aim assist is working at max strength. So what you can do, since while in hip fire, it's like 50 meters, when fights happen or you're holding lanes, you're going to be strafing left and right, even across the map. When you're holding angles, the moment that you see that reticle turn red, let it rip. We saw what the stability does. It has insane accuracy from the hip and insane aim assist. There's a ton of help in your favor. The shots just start hitting, and they start hitting the face if you're aiming there. You have this massive aim assist, stability help. It's deadly. Get into position when fights happen and start strafing. Max speed strafe. When that reticle turns red, let it rip. You are extremely accurate and incredibly hard to hit because you don't have an aimed out sights penalty. You're firing from the hip. You're flying left and right. And with how this thing groups, with how stable it is, aim for the head. Now that we have this base knowledge established of how you want to use it, we're going to look at the rest of the weapon. For the gold mod, you want to up the aim assist and the accuracy, then stability, if you can fit it in. For the magazine, stabilizing mag, purple if you got it. Even better recoil helps the mag size. That's something that we want. Or since it's so accurate, the burst is so good, the H cap, the high cap, 81 rounds, why not? I prefer the stabilizing mag. Side of choice, most of these scopes help ADS accuracy and things like that in ADS range. Remember, there's a difference, ADS range and hipfire range. The hipfire is kind of locked in at that 48-50 meters, no matter what. Find a comfortable scope in case you need it. Honestly, the biggest thing is the chip, and I strongly encourage that chip is trigger discipline. That's honestly my #1 priority when you run the gold mod. You have this agility up, you have all the things you need to do. I don't run the gold BR unless I have this, at least a blue one. Massive boost to accuracy on a semi-auto weapon is insane with what this thing's doing, with how much aim assist you have and how well those shots are grouped. Just do it. Use trigger discipline. All the gameplay in the video is with trigger discipline. It's insane. So putting it all together, max agility, always be strafing left and right, look for the red reticle. It is dominant. It's incredible. And for the non-gold BR, the base BR, up the stats where you want, but get the recoil down. Guide it. Master that. Because once you do, it's going to click. It's going to start destroying. It pairs with anything, sniper, shotgun, SMG. It's versatile. Like high-end versatile weapon. And in an extraction shooter, where the best weapons are the ones that keep you alive long enough to extract, that kind of consistency is everything. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. This was a long video. There's a lot to go through. I want you to understand the weapon. I want you to do better with it. As always, share any tips that you have, help each other out. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.